Hello students, today we are going to study about the first pass metabolism and bioavailability. Starting with first pass metabolism. What is first pass metabolism? It is the metabolism of drug during its first passage from the site of absorption to the systemic circulation. Okay, as the name suggests, first pass metabolism. It is the metabolism of the drug from its first passage from the site of absorption to the systemic circulation. So how much metabolism occur before reaching to the systemic circulation is known as first pass metabolism. It is also known as pre-systemic metabolism. That means before reaching the systemic circulation, how much drug is metabolized is known as first pass metabolism. Now the drugs given orally may be metabolized in the gut wall and in the liver. We see a hypothetical situation. In this, 100 milligram drug orally has been taken, and we assume that 10 milligram of the drug is not absorbed, so it is excreted, and nearly 10 milligram is metabolized in the gut wall. So how much how much drug reaches through the portal vein? Nearly 80 milligram of drug reaches, and from it 50 milligram of the drug is also metabolized in the liver. So how much drug remains or reaches to a systemic circulation? In this situation, nearly 30 milligram of the drug or 30% of the drug reaches to a systemic circulation. Clear? So we have taken 100 milligram of drug, 10 milligram not absorbed, 100 milligram is metabolized in the gut wall, and 50 milligram is metabolized in the liver, and only 30 milligram or the 30% of the drug has reached to the systemic circulation. So bioavailability, we can find it from here. Bioavailability is the percentage of administered drug that reaches the systemic circulation. So how much friction of a drug reaches to a systemic circulation is its bioavailability. And how much drug is metabolized before reaching the systemic circulation is first pass metabolism. So here 60 milligram of drug is metabolized. So first pass metabolism is 60 milligram of drug. And how much amount of drug is not absorbed? It is 10 milligram. So bioavailability depends upon two factors. It is the first pass metabolism and the amount of the absorption of a drug. Now, how to overcome first pass effect? So as we know that before reaching the systemic circulation, the drug is metabolized. So for some drugs, we can increase the dose. We can done this in propranolol, and some drugs which are extensively metabolized, then the other routes can be used, like sublingual, which is used in nitrates, and nitrates are used as anti-anginal drug. We use this drug in angina. So nitrates, which are anti-anginal drug, sublingual route is preferred. IV route can be used, or subcutaneous route can be used, for example in insulin. Now we study the bioavailability. So what is bioavailability? We have seen in the diagram that bioavailability is the friction or the percentage of the administered drug that reaches the systemic circulation in unchanged form following administration by any route. So route doesn't matter. How much friction of the drug is available to the systemic circulation is known as bioavailability. So what happens if we inject a drug directly to the systemic circulation like we do in the IV route? So in this condition, bioavailability by the IV route is 100%. And usually in the oral route, we have seen that bioavailability is usually lower. Why? Due to incomplete absorption. In that example, we have seen nearly 10% of drug was not absorbed, and the first pass metabolism. So these two are the factors on which bioavailability depends. Now, Bioavailability by intramuscular subcutaneous route is also not 100%. It is low. Why? Because due to local tissue binding. And how we calculate bioavailability? Bioavailability can be calculated as area under the curve of the oral route and divided by area under curve of the IV route multiplied by 100. So what are these graphs and how these area under curve is calculated? Let's see by an example. Okay, now you are watching a graph of single dose bioavailability test. Single dose bioavailability test by the oral route. Now it is a graph between the plasma concentration of a drug at various time interval after its oral administration. Okay, now in this graph initially the absorption phase predominates and then the elimination phase takes over. The maximum concentration achieved is the Emax or Cmax, and the time taken to achieve this maximum concentration is Tmax, and this Tmax gives us idea about the rate of absorption, and the area under curve of the plasma concentration and time curve, area under curve will give us an idea about the extent of absorption. So after understanding the basic idea, let's see how we calculate bioavailability. The drug is injected, first the drug is injected IV and its plasma concentration is measured at 1 hourly interval. No absorption phase in the IV route, direct elimination phase starts. So this graph you are seeing here. Similarly, plasma concentration and time graph is also obtained after oral administration of the drug of the same dose. And at last, the bioavailability is calculated by comparing the area under curve of the oral administration and area under curve of the IV after IV administration of the same dose of the drug, and the result will be bioavailability. So hope you understand the concept. Now let's revise once again. First pass metabolism. What is first pass metabolism? It is the metabolism of a drug during its first passage from the site of absorption to the systemic circulation, and bioavailability is the friction or percentage of the administered drug that reaches the systemic circulation. Thank you.